Hey everybody, this is Ms. Durham back with another video. And today we are working on Module 3, Lesson 10, Grade 5. And this is the problem set for today. Alright, we're adding mixed numbers, okay? And I want to try to go really quickly because I want to try to see if we can get to some word problems today. Alright? So if you need to, pause the video, pause it. If I'm going too fast, you can pause, stop, and write. You can always rerun the video, watch the video as much as you need to. Whatever it takes to help. All right, everybody, and don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, and don't forget to share. Let's begin. 2 1/4. Okay, we're on problem A. 2 1/4 plus 1 1/5. All right, parents, teachers, students, everybody who's looking. I always tell students, make it easier on yourself. Add those whole numbers first. Students usually go to the fractions first, and they take all of the steps it takes to add those fractions, and they forget about the whole numbers. So move your whole numbers over first. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 is our whole number and our answer so far. Okay? Now we have our fractions to deal with. So let's pull those fractions out. 1/4 plus 1/5. First thing you want to do is analyze your fraction when you're adding and subtracting fractions. You look to see if you have common denominators. If the denominators are the same, they stay the same. So here we have a 4 for our denominator in the first fraction, and then a 5 for our denominator in the second fraction. These are not common denominators. I'm going to give you a really quick, easy peasy scratch strategy. And if you need to watch my video on adding and subtracting fractions, you can go back and do so anytime you get ready, all right? So we're going to multiply the denominators to get a common denominator. 4 times 5 equals, I hope you said 20. Very good. Now we're going to use the butterfly method, okay, in order to get our numerators here. So we're going to multiply 1 times 5, which equals 5, and then we're going to butterfly the other side. All right, multiply 4 times 1, which equals 4. And because this is a addition problem, all right, addition problem, we're going to add our numerators together, all right? So here, now we have 5 plus 4, which equals 9, and denominator, we got our common denominator. Denominator stay the same, 9 over 20. So we're going to move that up to our whole number. Don't forget about those whole numbers, sweetie pie, honey bunches of oats. We added our whole numbers, and we added our fractions. So together, sweetie pie, the answer here would be a mixed number, 3 9/20. Okay? Pause it if you need to. Write it out. Talk it out. Think it out. All right? Ms. Norm's going to move on to the next problem over here. Sweetie pies, we have 2 3/4 plus 2/5. I want you to add those whole numbers first. Add them first. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Only thing we have left is to add our fractions. 3/4 plus 2/5. Okay? Are the denominators the same? No, they don't have common denominators. We have to use our strategy. All right? I want you to multiply the denominators. 4 times 5 equals 20. Good. And then we butterfly. 3 times 5 equals 15. 2 times 4 equals 8. And because this is an addition problem, we're going to add our numerators. 15 plus 8. I'm going to think it out and talk it out, okay? So 15, if I have 5 more, that'll give me 20. 5 from 8 is 3, so now we have 23. 23 is our numerator, and 20 is our denominator. That is the fraction portion of our mixed number. So I'm going to write it up next to my whole number, 23 over 20. But something's going on with this fraction. Something's going on with this mixed number. 20 is 3 and 23 over 20. The fraction part is an improper fraction. So we need to convert that to a mixed number, all right? So I'm going to bring everything down. 3 and then 23 over 20. I'm writing with my fingers here. 23 over 20 is an improper fraction, so we need to divide. 23 divided by 20. How many times can 20 go into 23? 1 time. 1 times 20 equals 20. 23 minus 20 equals 3. That's it. We have our mixed number. This is step A, step B, and step C. And let me explain what that means. Step A will get you your whole number for your mixed number. Step B will give you your numerator, which is 3. Uh-oh, my pen disappeared. Oh, no. Here we go. 3. And then step C will give you your denominator, which is 20. So we just converted an improper fraction, 23 over 20, into a mixed number 1 3/20. Don't forget, we still have that 3 whole number sitting out there. So let's add those together. 3 plus 1 3/20. Add your whole numbers first. I can't say it enough. 3 plus 1 equals 4. And then 3/20 plus nothing equals 3/20. And that's our answer, ladies and gentlemen. 4 3/20. A lot of steps there. Go back, pause it if you need to. Ms. Dorn wants to move on. I want to do one more before so that I can get to the word problems, okay? Let's try to go. Which one do you want to do? You want to do C, or do you want to, Ms. Dorn, to complete F? I think C may be a little bit easier for you. Can we go to F? Is that okay? Let me see if I can move the page up. Are they going to let me? Please let me. All right, it looks like that's as much as they're going to let me move the page up. So let me move that over. All right, we have 2. I'm going to go to F here, Sweetie Pies, Honey Bunches of Oats. We have 2 6/7 plus 5 2/3. Add those whole numbers first. 2 plus 5 equals 7. Good. Now we get to add our fractions. 6/7 plus 2/3. Are the denominators the same? No. So now we have to multiply. Multiply your denominator. 7 times 3 equals 21. That gets us a common denominator, and then we butterfly. 6 times 3 is 18. Butterfly the other side. 7 times 2 equals 14. And because this is an addition problem, we have to add our numerators. All right, 18 plus 14. If you want to do place value addition. I have videos for that too, if you want to go back and watch that. Ones place plus the ones place. Okay, Sweetie Pie here. Let me see if I can point it out. Ones place plus the ones place. 8 plus 4 equals, did you say 12? Good. We're going to put our 2 down, carry the plus 1 next door. Now we're going to do the tens place plus the tens place. 1 plus 1, and then we have that 1 carried over equals 3. All right, so 18 plus 14 equals 32. And then the denominator is the same. We did everything we could to get those common denominators. We keep it the same, right? So the answer here would be 32 over 21. So I'm going to move that back up here to my whole number, because don't forget, you cannot ever forget those whole numbers in your mixed numbers, okay? But just like before, the numerator is larger than the denominator. That makes that an improper fraction. We have to convert, okay? So I'm going to come over here and convert 32 over 21. In order to convert 32 over 21 into a mixed number, we need to divide. 32 divided by 21. How many times is 21 divided into 32? Or how many groups of 21 can I get out of 32? I hope you said 1. 1 times 21 equals 21. 32 minus 21. 2 minus 1 is 1. 3 minus 2 equals 11. And then that's it. Okay? We have our step A, step B, and step C. That gets us our mixed number. So we're converting this 32 over 21 into a mixed number, which equals step A, 1, step B, 11, and step C, 21. All right? And don't forget to bring down your whole number. 7 plus 1 equals 8. And 11 21s plus nothing equals 11 21s. Okay? That is our answer. 8 and 11 21s for problem F. Okay? Hopefully, we have enough time to get to word problems. Let me see if they're going to let me move the page here. Come on. There we go. Whew. Sometimes the iPad is okay, everybody. And sometimes it's temperamental, has a little attitude problem there. Okay? So we'll see. Now let me see if they'll let me write. There we go. All right, let's get started. Let's read the word problem here. Can I have a volunteer read the word problem? No, I'm just kidding. Like I'm in class. Sweetie Pies, Ms. Dorn's going to read it today. If you want to read it on your own, stop, pause the video, and you can read here. Okay? This particular problem says Erin jogged 2 1/4 miles on Monday, Wednesday, and then she jogged 3 1/3 miles, and then on Friday. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me start over. Erin jogged 2 1/4 miles on Monday. And then Wednesday, she jogged 3 1/3 mile. On Friday, she jogged 2 2/3 miles. How far did Erin jog all together? Look at some clue words to help you understand what kind of math operation you're going to do. Do you see any? I see one. All together. Okay? All together means usually means add everything together, okay? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to add all of her miles, okay, that she ran each day. We're going to add those together because the question is asking us how far did Erin jog all together. So let's look at the amounts there, okay? On Monday, she did 2 1/4 mile. When we have, I want to mention this, Sweetie Pie's Honey Bunches of Oats. Parents, teachers, people who are new to the channel and new to the videos, I teach the students to draw it out, work it out, and then write it out. And that is a very good strategy to remember when you all are working on these word problems. Okay, that will always get you all of your points on your testing. That will help you conceptualize the actual problem, and then you show your expertise. Okay, so you know how to area model, draw your area models out. You know how to do your standard algorithm, and then you also have your answer sentence. So let's get ready to draw it out, work it out, and write it out. Okay, if we're going to draw it out, we should use a tape diagram here. A tape diagram represents the whole amount. Inside of our tape diagram, we can add all the pieces or parts of information that they've given us. It says Monday she ran 2 1/4 mile. And then on Wednesday she jogged 3 1/3 mile. And then on Friday she jogged 2 2/3 miles. Those are our miles that they've given us inside of the story. That's the information. Tape diagram represents the whole amount, and that's what they're asking us. Altogether, how many miles did she run? All right, so let's get ready. If you look at the tape diagram, if we're trying to get the total, which is here, what are the parts that make up the total? Inside of the tape diagram are the parts that make up the total. Let's add those together, okay? So let's rewrite. I'm going to go down and rewrite our totals or our parts, okay? 2, let me grab a color. 2 1/4 plus 3 1/3 plus 2 2/3. First thing you want to do is scout out. Scout out that problem and look for parts that have common denominators. This is decomposing. You're breaking this into pieces that make the problem a lot easier for you. Are there any mixed numbers there that have common denominators? I hope you say yes. We have here and here, okay? 3 1/3 and 2 2/3. They both have common denominators, so let's add those first, okay? I'm going to section these off so that you know we're concentrating there. When you're adding those mixed numbers, add those whole numbers first. Sweetie Pies, Honey Bunches of Oats. 3 plus 2 equals, okay, I hope you said 5. And now we have 1/3 plus 2/3. I'm going to come down here quickly. 1/3 plus 2/3. Denominators are the same. They stay the same. Don't forget. And then you add your numerators. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Dun, dun, dun. We have something special here. Woo! The denominator is the same as the numerator. The top number is the same as the bottom number. That means that this fraction here equals a giant, giant 1. Okay? So anytime the numerator is the same as the denominator, that fraction equals a giant 1. So we're going to use that fraction as 1. All right. So when we add it, let me remind you, when we added our 1/3 plus 2/3, our answer was here. Okay. It equaled a giant 1. So I'm going to write that value down. Plus 1. Okay. Oh, I lost my pen. Come on, iPad. No attitudes today. Plus 1. All right. So we finished that part of the problem, right? We can concentrate and bring down our 2 1/4. Okay. We don't have any more fractions, so this becomes a little bit easier. Don't forget, add your whole numbers first. 2 plus 5 plus 1. What is 2 plus 5 plus 1? All right, let's talk it out. 2 plus 5 equals 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. Or you could have said 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 2 equals 8. But our whole number here will be 8. Okay? Now we have this little baby fraction over here. But she doesn't have anybody, no friends here. Because there's no fraction here. There's no fraction here. So it kind of makes it easier on us. 1/4 plus nothing equals, guess how much? 1/4. That is our answer, 8 1/4. So we know in our tape diagram, the total amount altogether, she ran 8 1/4 miles. So we drew it out. We did our standard algorithm. We worked it out, but we did not write it out. We need to write an answer sentence, okay? For students who have trouble writing their answer sentences and figuring out what to say, go back to the question. The question says, how far did Aaron jog altogether? And you just answer that question. Aaron, here I'll write it in blue. Aaron jogged. What did we get? 8 1/4 miles. That's plenty. Or you can say 8 1/4 miles altogether. Very good for us. We're finished. We drew it out. We worked it out. We write it out. Very good. I think we're going to stop here for today. I love everybody. Share the video with people you think it may help. Thank you, everybody. Leave a positive comment if you can. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, everybody.